Guys, is my screen visible to you all?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you. I hope everybody are doing good. So let me start with the session. So today's, what we are going to study is about the government policies and the schemes. Okay, and the overall view of the Indian trade policies and the key development schemes supporting, that is the EXIM, how government schemes are supporting EXIMs. For example, I would like to tell you all, nowadays in India also, within the country, trade is we are exporting and importing the goods. There also there are different schemes government has been launched, and also scheme is nothing but like providing the benefits for that particular import export business people, for the products and the services. Scheme is nothing but providing benefit. Okay, now for example, I would like to tell you all, in India also government is providing benefits to the people, to the people of India, like for example by giving them BPL cards, by providing 24 hours water facility to every home, and also that is some of the widows pension, that is the Rajiv Gandhi pension is being paid for the aged people, and also they are giving pensions for the widow people, and also there are scholarships given to the people, and also who are studying abroad, scholarships have been provided. So these type of benefits, these types of schemes India is given for the Indian people. In this manner, the benefits also are given to support the import export business. So let us study about what are those policies and the schemes which come under that. So let me explain to you all one by one. First, let me tell you what is import export policy. Guys, just give me one moment as rain is coming. 1 minute. I'll just connect with different connection. Yeah, I'm so sorry, guys. As it was an heavy rain, I need to, just connect with different Wi-Fi. Yeah. So I was talking about the schemes of the government, that is benefits which they are giving for the import and export. Guys, am I audible to all?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you. So I'm going to explain to you all about the export and import policies. What are they? So India's largest trade partner are US and Europe, wherein the trade facility, that is import and export of goods and services, are being trade more maximum with US and European countries. So the foreign trade policies is a set of guideline and the instruction established by DGFT. What is DGFT? That is it is director trade general for of the foreign trade, and in matters with relates to import and export of goods and services in India. That is the foreign trade policies came into existing, wherein the India is being guided by the export and import, which is known as the policies which are regulated by the Foreign Trade Development and the Regulation Act, which came under 1992. So let me tell you that the trade policy is prepared and it is being announced by the government, that is the Ministry of Commerce. The trade policies are being made and it is also been prepared and they have been announced by the government of India, that is the Ministry of Commerce. And also India's export and import policy are also known as the foreign trade policies. So in general, guys, the it aims, that is the trade policy or the import export policy, it aims developing the exports, that is promoting more export products, that is make in India, that so that our products are being worldwide useful, and our products are being more famous, that is make in India. How we get made in China, or made in US. So these type of products when we are using, so they have to also have a tag, the Indian products have to be demanded in the foreign countries. So this is their aim by developing the export potentially, and also improving the export performance, and also encouraging the foreign trade, and also creating a favorable balance of the payments positions. So they are also being made such type of platforms that they can balance the payment positions also. That is, they are having different agents who are being help for the import export business to reach to that particular country in a safer way. So these type of agencies also have been available, and they also support, that is, India also supports these type of policies, these type of trade policies, that is the import and export. So this is what known as an import export policies. So till here, guys, am I clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Just a second, I got one message. Yeah. Next comes as the foreign trade, the government policies and schemes. So we are having different policies one by one. It is that is the FTPs 2023, that is the foreign trade policy. We have the trade infrastructure, we have the sector specific growth, we have the uh, e sorry ease of doing business, collaborative export promotion, and sustainable trade practices. So one by one, we are going to study what are these. So first, I'm going to explain to you all what is the foreign trade policy. It is also known as FTPs 2023. So what are their targets and their advanced authorization scheme, and what are the merchandise trade, and what is MSIT scheme. So first, let me tell you all about what are the targets. In this foreign trade policy, it came up in the year 2023. So what does it mean? This type of trade, that is the FTP, it is a trade which enhance in doing the business, which reduce the transaction cost, and also they promote the digital incentives. Like for example, they try to achieve more than that is 2 trillion in total export for 2023. That is, the export products from India worldwide should grow rapidly. So they are targeting to achieve 2 trillion in 2020 2030, that is for the coming years. And with the equal contribution from the goods and services, also they want to provide that is export the goods and provide the services to the international countries. So this is their target. And also the advanced authorization scheme, they also provide the duty free import of the raw materials for manufacturing the export items. For example, guys, for importing, like buying, import means buying of foreign products. They provide for some commodities or for some products, for the raw material, it is duty free. That is, there are no charges applied for those type of raw materials which are manufactured in India, and also they export those type of items. It is specifically applicable for those type of products, example in clothing sectors. For example, it might be the jeans pant, it might be the t-shirts, it might be the cotton accessories, or it might be any type of fashion things related to clothes. So these type of clothing sectors, the raw material are being imported for no duties applied to that particular product. For the raw material, they manufacture in India and they export that particular item. This come under the this come under the foreign trade policy, so that they can improve their clothing brands as well. We are having n number of clothing brands, foreign brands, which are much more more highly used in India as well. So they are promoting the Indian brands for the clothing brands, so that they can improve their export by reducing the cost of importing of the raw materials, and they manufacture in India and they export in the foreign countries. So this type of scheme comes under this advanced authorized scheme. So next comes as the merchandise trade. What is that? So it is, it allows the Indian intermediaries to engage in a trade of goods between the foreign countries without the goods entering in India, aimed at performing places like the gift city into the major trading hubs. So what does this mean? Like in India we have different ports for trading of goods, and for trading of goods like different commodities we trade. So we reach on to a certain ports, and those ports are nothing but we call as a hub. For example, a person is a buyer and seller in India. Example, we are using a product to purchase something, that is online way. I'm just saying you all an example. That is, for example, I'm buying from Flipkart. There, a seller will be there, and a person who is buying that particular product. Example, I'm purchasing a jeans pant from Gujarat, Ahmedabad city. From there, if I order that particular product, that is a jeans pant from that seller, we have certain hubs available within the states. That is, it reaches out to from Gujarat hub, Ahmedabad hub, it goes to directly to the Bangalore hub, and from there we are it's sent to my native place. So in this way, this is an Indian example which I gave you all. So these type of hubs are or ports are also available for the international trading. It is so these type of trading, this type of ports which they come into, wherein the goods are being imported and exported, and it allows India's, that is India's trade to engage with the goods between the foreign countries without the goods entering in India. It has been aimed as transforming, like without entering into India, like the gift city. The gift city is nothing but the Gujarat International Finance Tech City. The full form: G stands for Gujarat, I is for International Finance, F is for Finance, and T is for Tech and City. So, this Gujarat International Finance Tech City is a modern business district in Gujarat, that is available in Gujarat, and the country is India. So, it is designed to promote the financial services and the international trade by offering, and the international guys, my network is good.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, yeah, thank you. I'm getting that there's some network issue error, so I just asked you. So I was explaining about the Gujarat International Finance Tech City. What is that? It is a business that is, nowadays in a modern business district, that is the Gujarat. It has been designed to promote the financial services and the international trade by offering the advanced international infrastructure, and they also help in regulating the benefits as well. So the aim of this global trade hub is by providing taxes, incentives, and also all the environmental businesses, which all the import and export things happen overall in India. They engage in an international financial activities as well, and also the trade transactions. So till here it is clear, guys.
Ma'am, please once again repeat because I'm totally so confusing here. Like
Yeah, these
adva.
schemes are really confusing in easy way. So startingly I said, explained you all right, as India is providing schemes for our nation per people, like the BPL card and these type of scholarships, or any these type of schemes are being, this is for the Indian general, what I give you an example. But for import and export, these type of schemes are also applicable. That is, first is the foreign trade policy. Here, foreign trade policy, what is their aim? Like, they want 2 trillion um, total export to be happened in 2023, sorry, 2030. That is, from this is 2024 till 2030, their target is to achieve more export, to export more products from India. They want two dollars 2 trillion to be exported from
You
by
want
the
to
end
say
of.
that like they wanted to increase our Indian economy.
Yes, increase the export of the products and services, so that they can contribute all over the world, all over the globe. They want to increase it. So they are, this type of target is being set by the foreign trade policy 2023. It was set in 2023. So their main aim is to increase the the target of export, not of import, of export. Okay, this comes under the target and advanced authorization scheme. In this, it comes like, it provides the duty free for the import. Like, whatever material we import for some, for example, clothing brand, the raw material which we import, that is, which we are buying from the other country, will be totally free or less, taxes being paid for that commodity for the raw material. I'm not talking about the manufactured product. For example, for raw material for we required for the t-shirts and all, cotton and all. Example, a cotton t-shirt, when I want to manufacture the raw material, the cotton, which I'm importing from the other country, that duty will be free for me because I'm only purchasing the raw material, and I manufacture that cotton t-shirt in my country, that is in India, and also I export that particular item by the duties paid. So this will be profit for me by importing the raw material for free and exporting it. That this will be the promotion of the Indian brand, and also I'm getting a free duty, no charges applied for that imported material. Okay. First is the target. Second is, the advanced authorization scheme. Till here you got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Then comes as a merchandising trade. This trade will allow the intermediaries to engage in the trade of goods between the foreign countries. Without the goods entering in India, they have been aimed by transforming places to the gift city. Gift city is nothing. It is, in Gujarat, that is the Gujarat International Financial Tech City, it is called, wherein, it is designed to promote the financial services. Like, some of them will trade with the currencies as well. So they are here to promote the financial services, the financial sector, wherein, the international trade, by offering them the advanced infrastructure and also the regulatory benefits as well, giving them the benefits as well when they are in the trade of this type of financial services. So this, their aim is like, it is a global hub trade, to be a global hub trade, and also they are providing tax incentives, and also, they are into a environment where, business, international financial activities are being taken place. So they are into a global financial hub. They wanted to make it in Gujarat. So this aims in the merchandising trade. Till here it is, you have understood?
Ma'am, please once again repeat the merchandine's trade.
Okay. Merchandise trade, it allows India, like, for example, there are certain goods between the foreign countries, like, without the goods entering in India, there are, there is an place, that is, the gift city, as I said you, the Gujarat one. This Gujarat city, here they are transforming the places, like, the trade of the goods between two foreign countries. They are being engaged, and here the goods are being entered. Like, as this, why it is entered only in Gujarat, why not in other cities? Because Gujarat has been designed to promote the financial services. Just a moment, guys. Yeah, I'm so sorry. I was explaining, like, in this merchandise trade, it allows the India's trading of goods between the foreign countries without entering in India. Like, they have been between two countries. They have been aimed, like, to transform to the Gujarat city. Why they have been selected Gujarat? Because it is a gift city. Why it is called as a gift? Because, they are having the financial as well as the tech city, both finance companies, the currencies and all the financial sectors, and also the technology. High technology is being available in that particular city. So to promote this type of financial services and the international trade by offering them advanced infrastructure, because they are having good infrastructure and the advanced infrastructure available in Gujarat, and also their regulatory benefits, they have different benefits in the regulatory act. Regulatory is nothing but any regulation duties or these type of regulatory benefits are being given in this particular gift city, in that particular scheme. And also it is being aimed, like, the global trade hub by providing the tax incentives, and by providing them on the taxes, they are having the incentives for the tax being paid for that particular commodity. And also the business will be engaged into an international financial activities in their trading transaction. Till here it is clear now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let me move to the next one. Amnesty scheme, what is this? It is, one time scheme to help the exporters by pending export obligations by reducing their interest burden on unpaid duties. For example, an exporter, a person, a businessman who exports, pass from years together, maybe for 20 to 25, or from the generation they are an exporters. So once when they come up with certain export activity wherein their product is demanded in foreign, for example, Indian, any spices, like example coffee is more demanded in Brazil country. So once when we export, that particular businessman who is exporting from years together, if he has some obligation, if he face anything, there will be some reduction, reducing in the interest of that particular export commodity, so that the burden for that exporter will not be huge, and they have been, or they can also be marked as unpaid duties. That is, for so many years they have been into that sector, and also they are into, taking during the transaction and all, if they are facing any issue with that, some of the commodities are being given free, that is import export, there are no duties applicable for them, and the interest burden will be reduced, and it will come up into an unpaid duties. So this scheme is also applicable, as it is one time scheme given to that exporter. It is not always like his duties are not being paid, or the interest are being marked as unpaid, or they have been reduced, just to reduce their burden in that duty. It is given only one time for that particular exporter. So that from the next onwards, he'll be liable to pay for the duties applicable for the other products. For example, we take some of, I would like to give you all, in while purchasing some items, there are other credit facilities available. Sometimes, when we fail to pay that particular amount, once when we take credit from that credit card, if we take a loan from that credit card and we are unable to pay that, so in this way also, in this export market also, if that exporter doesn't have that, if he has not been paid those duties and all, once it has been, the interest burden will be unpaid, will be given as an unpaid duty to that particular exporter. So this scheme also has been came up to here. So till here it is clear,
So,
unpaid
ma'am,
duty.
see, you gives the one of the examples to you here, like Brazil, like Brazil always used to be imported the coffees, okay, sorry, coffee exported, okay. So, see, if they are unable to give the payment, so in that situation, we
No,
say
no,
is
they are
that
not giving payment. I mean to say, I'm an exporter. Okay, example, coffee. I'm, exporting to Brazil company. As I gave you the example of credit card. Okay, you took a loan for 20,000, and your limit was 20,000. You took the loan for 20,000, and you are not unable to pay. Suppose it is for the Axis Bank. Okay, and your card will be blocked after giving certain things and all. You are uneligible to, re take the credit amount from that Axis Bank. So you shift to some other bank and all to take the loan. So in this way they will block you, your access card, credit card will be blocked. In this manner, for this exporter, if there are some duties which are not being paid, or if there are some interest, like once when you take the loan, the first they will not suddenly stop, or they will block your card. They will first give you the warnings, and that will go into the buddy, chakra buddy, these type of schemes, it will come, and then it will be blocked. So in this manner, even here in export, if the exporter is not able to pay, or there are some pending duties to be paid, or duties, or some amounts will taxes to be paid, for once and for all, at for one scheme it has been reduced, or the interest will not be paid, or the duties are not they are, if they don't pay also, it's okay for one time. So in this scheme, that is the amnesty scheme, this is applicable. So this is being explained in this particular scheme. So you have any doubt, you can ask me, you was asking.
See, ma'am, like if there is a unpaid duties used to come
Mm,
in this scheme, okay,
mm.
so it is unable to do the import export because like if you are not getting any kind of payment, so how you can
No,
do the import export?
I'm not telling you that. No, 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 you're getting confused. I will tell you. See, now coffee, you are a producer, you are an exporter. You imagine in this way, okay? You are an exporter. You are exporting to Brazil. Say you are exporting your coffee to Brazil company. You are having that much of quantities, maybe 100 units of quantity you're exporting every month. So you are not you pay some duties and all, right, before exporting that particular item. So if you are ready with the product and you have not paid your the financial terms and condition, whatever the taxes to be paid, if you don't pay for once, like by taking the export they will reduce your duties, or they will reduce certain amount, or the interest will be less to be paid for that particular tax, so that your product will be exported to that country. One time it is you are applicable for that. Got it? Like one time
Yes, ma'am.
scheme, it has been, it will help the exporters with the pending export obligations by reducing their interest and also their burden on unpaid duties. If they are not paid certain duties or certain price for that particular commodity, next to export in that same manner for that same particular product, their initial duties which they are not being paid, that is MAF. MAF means they are in this scheme it comes under that. If they don't pay that duties, okay, again he can re-export that particular item. As from his back the history and all, if has not paid, or any there are interest payments to be pending for duties paid are not being paid, so he is but he's eligible to export that particular item, but with by not paying that the previous duties or the previous taxes. One time in this scheme, it has been, they will help the exporter to reduce that particular interest or the unpaid duties. The burden of that will be reduced. Got it?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, yeah, welcome. Next come as a trade infrastructure. The trade infrastructure for the export schemes. This is called as a TIES. T stands for the trade, I for the infrastructure, and E stands for the export scheme. So here, in trade infrastructure means, guys, as you all know, good infrastructure comparatively to a government school. If you all go, example I'm giving to you all, India government school you'll go, and also a private, international school you'll go and watch. There will be lots of difference in the infrastructure. Infrastructure, it's nothing but the looks. That is, the way they present, the building and the, the infrastructure. You all know the meaning of infrastructure, right? So in this manner, the trade infrastructure came in this scheme, that is, the trade infrastructure. We are having, like, they are focusing on developing the export infrastructure, like, which includes the ports, the roads, and also the rail network, so that they can reduce the logistic cost and also enhance in connectivity. For example, our railway station, comparatively to the 10 years back, until now, when we compare, there have been more improvement in the railway stations as well. So in this manner, to improve, to build a good infrastructure, like, the building, the sitting arrangement, once when we enter into that particular port, or we enter into that particular trading business, the ports and all are being neat, or they are, in a good spacious way. We feel comfortable standing over there when we are into this particular business. So, in this scheme, in this trade infrastructure scheme, what is their aim? Like, they are focusing in developing the export infrastructure. Like, we are the infrastructure, which includes, that is, the ports. Whenever the goods are going to different countries, they come to a particular port. It might be, they come to the logistic, that is, it might be to the roadways, and also it might be the rails. That is, from one country to another country, the goods go to the trains. So in this way, the network, they come and meet into that particular hub. So the products are, for the checking and all, they come into the hub. into that particular ports. It is called as a ports not hub. So in this port, the ports are being designed in a good way, in a good so that the import exporters will have the customers or whoever comes over there, the infrastructure is good, and the network will also the network between the rails and the roads, the connectivity should be less, so that they have been built in such a way that they can reach to the ports, to their particular location, or that particular from where the product is being exported. To reach there, the logistic costs also should reduce. The roadways are being made in such a way, they have been designed in such a way, so that they can reach into a short period of time. So in this scheme for the trade in infrastructure for the import export scheme, their main motto is to build a good infrastructure to connect which includes the ports, that is the roads and the rail network. And they also reduce the logistic cost by enhancing the connectivity, like the road connectivity, they move on to some shortcut ways, or they build up rails. Nowadays, the electronic rails also come, so that they reach out in a very short period of time. For example, from my city, that is from Mysore to Bangalore, we are reaching up to 8 hours in one particular train, that is in the local train. It will take, if I go up into a new rail, that is Vande Bharat has been express has been came into existing, where in we reach for 5 hours. So some reduction, or some time we have been saving. This is a small example where I gave you all about the Vande Bharat and the local trains. So in this manner also, they are trying to come up with new logistic things, so that the goods reach to the port in a minimum time of period, and they can also save the logistic cost as well. So this is to increase the connectivity also. So till here it is clear, guys.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, the trade infrastructure to keep neat good buildings, that is the infrastructure to be more attractive, and also reduce the logistic cost as well. So this come under the trade infrastructure. Next comes as a Sagarmala program. In this Sagarmala program, it aims to modernize the ports. That is, to improve the connectivity. As I said, you the connectivity, Vande Bharat and the local train, which I gave you a small example for your understanding. In this way, they improve the connectivity. Like from the local trains, we came up with an improvement for the that is the Vande Bharat connectivity, so that we can reach to our destination very sooner. In this manner, the exports also, for the goods and all, to improve their connectivity, their aim in this Sagar Mala program, they aim, like their connectivity, and also to promote their portals, that is the particular place where the all the this one all the goods come into that particular port, and also their industrialization, and also develop the coastal communities. And they also identify the new major ports and the coastal economic zones for their development. For example, new routes and new technology they came up with, so that the goods can be reached to that particular hub or that particular port in a very short period of time. For example, from India we are exporting flowers. So guys, flowers, the duration of that particular flower, if I export it, the time period of that flower is very less. That is, once it has been plucked or it is in the plant, once when the flower grows, it takes around 2 days or 3 days maximum to stay with that freshness and with that fragrance. So this program came into exist, so that the products will be reached to that particular port within short period of time, and also they can improve in that commodity or in that particular product. So this is a short example which I gave to improve the connectivity and also promote the particular product within the given time. So till here it is clear, guys.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Next scheme comes, that is the sector specific growth. What is the sector growth, guys? It is nothing but the growth in, like for example, the oil mills, like the electronic goods or the petroleum products. So these type of textiles during 2022 and 2023, they have been grown into a rapid way, like these sectors. So in this growth in this sector, that is the sector specific growth, where the specific items or the specific products are came into a growth. For example, the oil, coconut oil or any type of oil which we are exporting to the foreign country, they are morely for example, in olden days, comparatively 10 years back, if example I'm giving you all, oil I am exporting 10 quantity of oil, 10 units of oil, and today after 1 year, the oil rate is more than from 10 I have increased into 20, or it might be 100 also. So in this manner, there are certain sectors like oil mills, and also the electronic products or the petroleum products or any textile material. Here it has been increased, the growth of that particular sector has been increased. So this is explained in this growth sector. So till here it is clear, guys?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And next comes about the ease of for doing business. What does this mean? It is a specification of the customs, like that is the procedure it might be, and the digital initiatives to reduce the transaction cost and also improve the business efficiency efficiently. So in this ease of doing business, they have been explained like how the customs, like the specification of a particular customs there, and the procedure, like the business, like the import export trading, what are the customs, what are the procedures in that particular for that particular item, or what are the procedure in that. They have been explained in this ease of doing business. And also they here they explains like to reduce the transaction cost and also to improve the business efficiently. They reduce the transaction cost, like for example the duties. Some of the products are tax free, which they can export, and also some products, while importing the raw materials and all, there are some minimum taxes to be paid, or the less amount of duties are to be paid. So this type of schemes are being also given to reduce the to understand, to make it much more simplification, like the schemes which are available, right, they are much more simplified, like they are not much complicated or easy way. Many steps are being there so that they can fulfill and they can come up into an import export business. So there are not there are no complications in that particular in that particular duties, or in that particular procedures, or whatever it is, the import export business, they are much more simplified and much more easy to understand how the process work. So this is called as a ease of doing business. So till here it is clear, guys?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, next comes as a collaborative export promotion. What does this mean? It is, it empathize the collaboration between the exporters. It might be they connect with the states, districts, and an Indian mission abroad to promote the export. For example, in India, as an united country, all the states and districts. For example, I am, growing some of the product like cotton in my district. Okay, I come up, the Maharashtrian, I'm in Karnataka, the Maharashtra, Gujarat people who are the exporters, we meet together. They take the raw material. My raw material has been, given to Maharashtra people who can manufacture that cotton into a better way. And he's an exporter for the Indian particular that from that raw material. So we have to have good so this is called as a collaboration, like sorry, a collaboration of states. For example, in my state, in Tamil Nadu, there is good nature and climate to grow for coffee or tea. So the raw material of that particular plant, that is, the coffee seeds and all, they are being, from Tamil Nadu, it has been taken to different state. For example, in Gujarat, from south to north, that particular commodity goes, as they are collaborating with each other. And that particular, they, make the coffee powder by manufacturing from the raw material. And they, export that particular coffee powder, or that coffee, anything. It might be coffee powders, or any coffee cubes, or the dippings, whatever they want to manufacture in an innovative way, they do it and they export that particular product. So this is called as a collaboration. That is, collaborating with the export promoters to promote their particular product. So the state or the district, they have to collaborate with each other to increase, the export items, to export our particular Indian items. They have to collaborate with each other. So this is understandable, guys.
Yes, ma'am. See, collaboration is also known. I think is also known as the domestic logistic. You can say that
Not
because
logistic. Now think you are in Delhi and you are good in marketing, you are good in exporting my product. I'm, selling some of the Indian jewelries, for example, a neck piece, a necklace. Also, for example, I would like to tell you finger ring. I am, good at manufacturing, putting stones and all to that particular, ring, and make it much more fashionable. So that is demanded in foreign country, but you are having good knowledge how to market it, how to, export that particular item. I'm good at only manufacturing that item. So we both come into a collaboration, and you pay me something and purchase my product, and again from there you export that particular item, which, the foreign people are, wanting it, or that particular demand will be high in that particular country. So we are collaborating. So they also
Okay.
promote the, collaboration in this way, for the exporters who are, within the state or within the district. They are between two district and all, they collaborate. And they come up with an export one, so that their particular export promotion is being done.
It's like they make contract with each others.
Contract, or they collaborate, anything you can call.
Got
And
okay,
next,
ma'am.
yeah.
One more request to you, please.
Mm,
Please send this all the PPTs on the group because you know what,
uh,
this term is totally so confusing.
yeah,
Yes,
And
yeah,
yes.
this.
after done this lecture, so I will definitely read all the things. If I any
Mm,
kind of query, so I will ask you the next session.
mhm. Okay, you can ask. Also, you can ask in this also group also, if you're having anything. Notes also, if you want, I'll just share them also. Okay, after this, meeting, I will definitely share it. And next comes as a sustainable trade practice. What does this mean? In this scheme, they have developed of the export hubs at the district level, and also the streamlined policy for the items required, like, special license, such as the seats, SITS, that is cities, and also the SCOMIT. For example, I would like to tell you all with one and one. What is the CITS products? In this scheme, the products which are, they have the products, for example, animal skin. I would like to tell you all, elephant skin is highly demanded in foreign, market. Not the skin, but we are from that animal skin, that is, for example, the elephant skin. I am, good manufacturing from that elephant skin, and I make some antique objects, the decorative items, which are highly demanded in foreign countries. So in this scheme, in this sustainable trade practice, these type of items which are, we can't, just kill those animals for our need, and we can't, export that particular item, or which is highly demanded. So these type of some products, they come under, in this type of scheme, wherein, they are a special licensed product. We can't sell them without, for example, the tea export will be different comparatively to, the elephant skin, or the wool of the sheep, or the skin of the sheep. I can't export, so I need to have certain different licensed product to sell this type of products. It is very easy to sell coffee, it is very difficult to sell, the skin of the elephant. I need to take license to sell that particular skin, or that particular decorated item to that particular country. So license are being for some other product. For example, I would like to tell you all, in India, if I can't sell alcohol to anybody, I need to have a shop, I need to have a licensed shop wherein I'm eligible to sell the liquor to people. Like, the grocery store, he if he doesn't have the license, today also next to my home I can just open an grocery store, I don't require any license. But I need if I want to open a liquor shop, I need to have license for that. So how in India such certain products are being licensed? So here, so in trading also, there are certain products where our license have been given to those type of product, and then we can export that item. Otherwise it is called as an illegal export. There are different license for different products. For example, CITS products are those products which are being derived from the species, and there are protected under this type of this agreement, that is the CITS agreement. It is to prevent their exploitation through the international trade. Here it might be it might be the animals, or it might be the plants, or it might be some chemical plants, or the animal skin, or the wood. Some wood are well, as you all saw in Pushpa film, right? That red wood, we can't just cut down that wood
Yes,
and we
ma'am.
can't export it. So we have to have license, we can't do that illegal activities. So these type of wood, or these type of a normal wood which is highly demanded in furniture, it is demanded in other country, we can export that. But some certain wood which are demanded in India, we can't just cut them, and we can't export them, as you all saw in that Pushpa film. So that wood, or any type of animal skin, or any type of medical plant which I can't export it. Some medical plants may also be like a drug one, for example bhang and all, which we get in India. So these type of plants I can't export to other country. There are certain licenses applicable for them. So this comes under as a CITS and the SCOMET, that is SCOMET. So let me tell you all what is that. So some of that is uh, SCOMET products are those type of special chemical organism, material, equipments, or they might be technologies where I have to have these type of products, which includes, that is the potential, the meaning of that is like the civilian and also the military applications they come under. So for example, the nuclear material and the equipments, or the biological or the chemical materials, or some of the electronic items, or any computers, or any telecommunication products, or the aerospace technology, or any material which is have to have license for this type of product to export. So there are certain items, normal computers, even we use the iPhone computers, which are the foreign brand iPhone. But there are some other computers which are which has to have certain license to be imported or exported. So this come under the sustainable trade practice. So some products are being listed wherein they have to take certain license to export or import that type of item, or it is an illegal. Till here it is understandable, guys?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. So next comes, as I said, Diol and the city, and next comes as the Bharat Mel, Pariyojanan. What is this aim? So this aims to develop the national highways, and also the international corridors, and also the district level of connectivity, and the enhance the trade efficiency. They are, to we mal gadi and all, from where they go, guys, when you all have been seen, right, during the night times and all, there are huge number of mal gadis which will be going, the heavy trucks and all will be going, right? They reach to that particular port. So the whatever the the roadway is there, right, they have to have good lights over there, and the directions should be provided, and the the road should be broad. So these type of infrastructure should be taken care by the government. It comes under the Bharatmala Pariyojana, where the national highways are well developed and well constructed, and also the bridges and all should be much more strong, while the export products are been going from one state to another state till they reach to that particular port. And also the industrial corridors, and also the district level of connectivity to enhance the trade efficiency, so that the both district connectivity, how they connect from the landways or to the railways, their connectivity should be into a safe way. That particular area should be safe, so it shouldn't be any the trucks and all, they go into a very speed way. That one way and two way whatever the facilities are being provided, that should be much more clear. And due to the climatic conditions also, in this yojana, they aim that it will be into a safe way, so that the material will reach to the port in a safe way and in a more efficient way without any damages. So till here it is clear, guys.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Next come as the export promotion councils and incentives. In this, what comes, like we are having pan card, right? In this way, an exporter can he has to have certain regulations or certain I know some documents with him to export that particular product. So an exporter can avail into an incentives by registering and with the export promotion councils. It is done by obtaining the necessary codes, that is the pan and IEC and the insurance coverage, and also the export credit gratuity, sorry export credit guarantee, and also the GC. What is these type of things available? Pan, yeah, as you all everybody know, the pan card nowadays everybody has. The next document is like the next card which they have to have is the IEC. What is that IEC? It is an import export code. It is an unique 10 digit the code which is given by the for from the government, that is to for the exporter and the importers. So like the pan card, they also have, they must have that IEC that is the IEC, that is the import export code. And they also should have the ECGC, that is the export credit guarantee corporation of India. For example, certain products, while going to that particular port, they will be damaged, or they will be something may happen, fire may catch out to that particular item, maybe by unknowingly or unacceptably or whatever it is. So in this way, to the government supports for these type of items, like they, by providing insurance for that particular item or that particular commodity. So they came up with this type of scheme also, by giving the guarantee, or and also by providing the credit to that particular product, or while they are exporting. So these type of schemes also came into existing. Till here it is clear, guys?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Next comes, as we are in the key government scheme support. What type of support the government is providing? First is the foreign trade policy, which was in 2023. Next is the trade infrastructure for the export scheme. Next is the export promotion capital goods. Next is the merchandised export from Indian scheme, the services exports from Indian scheme, the interest equalization scheme, transport and marketing assistance, and reimbursement of duties and taxes on the imported products. So first is the foreign trade policy, I explained you all. The trade infrastructure was explained. And next comes as the export promotion capital good. So if you all read once, guys, you all will get to know. And so I'm moving on for further. I would like to explain you all the export promotion capital goods, because those two I have explained it. Once if you all will read, you all will get to know. So, what are the main objectives of this export promotion capital good? Here, it provides facility to the import of the capital goods for the export production. For example, they provide facility to the import. Like, I'm buying the raw materials. It might be for the less taxes, the raw materials which I'm importing it, and also I export that manufacturing in India. I export that particular item with the taxes, or with the high duties, or for the demanded product. It also allows the capital goods at the zero custom duty, or it might be any specific export obligation, or they shall also promote their duty to be saved. For example, as I said, all the cotton, I'm the raw material, I'm importing that particular item with the zero duties, and I'm exporting it by certain taxes to that, so I'll be profitable. First, their currency is bigger than mine. For example, if I'm exporting it in US for the cotton item, I'll be, I'm getting that raw material for free, and I'm, manufacturing it here for the lesser price, and I'm exporting that same particular product at some duties paid, and also their currency is much higher than mine. So here it is the profitable thing for me. So this comes under the export promotion capital good. Next is comes as a merchandised export from India scheme. What does their main objective is, like, they have to provide incentives to the exporters specific for specific goods and specific market. It might be the financial incentives as some percentage. For example, if I export these, some businessmen are provided with some incentives, like they support for the financial incentives, like some percentage every year or every month. If their export duties is being high, so they get some benefits from the Indian government as well, like some awards, rewards have been given to them, or certain benefits have been given in this scheme. Next comes as the service export from India scheme. So what does this mean? The service export, it main objective is like to promote the export of services from India. Like they are supporting for the Indian services. For example, in India, Tata company, it is available in India as well, it is available in US as well. They are providing services like across the world. The trade services being done, that is they're providing the services across the world, across the globe. So they support this scheme, support the exporters who are providing services to that particular nation, or to that exported services. Next comes as the interest equalization scheme. Here they provide the cheaper credit to the exporters, that is the less amount of credit. For example, any business person, if they are taking credit, on credit, if they are purchasing some of the products to export that item, here the Indian government is providing them the cheaper credit to the exporters, that is the less amount of credit, percentage is being given less for the exporters, as they are exporting their product, that is the Indian goods they are exporting. For those type of exporters, the credit amount is being given at a very less price. So till here it is clear, guys?
Ma'am, please once again repeat the service export from India scheme and interest
Mm-hmm.
equalization
Service,
scheme.
okay. Service export from India scheme. It is service means what, guys? It is goods and services we call, right? Services is like, for example, I'm going to a saloon, or if I'm going to a parlor for the haircut, they are providing me a good service. Okay, my hair becomes good, I'm grooming and also this is called as a service. So in this manner, TCS, that is the Tata company, it is a service based providing company. They also have other products also, like Tata Salt and other products, Toyota cars and all they are into. But the other technological services, like they are for example, the BPOs, they are supporting some services. When we face some issue, we reach out to the customer service, right? So in this manner, the services which they are providing, the company is providing, that is not only in India. TCS you can't find only in India, Infosys is not available only in India, you can find in other countries also. So the services they are exporting, that is the Infosys is exporting their services, that is our Indian brand is available in different country. So that is called as a service. So in this scheme, India will support the services provided company to other that is the exporter who provides services to other countries, so they support them as well. It might be in the financial rewards, or it might be in the incentives base, or in this type of services or rewards they are being supporting. This type of support comes under the service exports of India. Is it clear till here, guys?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, next comes as what you asked me, interest
Interest equalization scheme.
scheme. In this scheme, the interest, for example, in credit, if you take some product, or you're for example, you might be buying an iPhone from Flipkart, right? At the EMI you pay, or Flipkart pay later, you use this type of options to purchase that particular product. You don't have whole amount 2 lakh rupees to purchase that, but instead you go for a credit card or EMI option, and one bank is giving you for 2%, another bank is giving you for 1%. In this way, a person who is exporting that particular item to the foreign country, India is supporting them by providing a cheaper credit to them, by giving less credit, which it is much more affordable for the exporter, which he can make a good business out of that, which he'll be profitable in this. For example, by providing him subsidy, or by providing him the post shipping export credit, whatever after shipment is being done, or that type of credit it is being provided, or it might support the small scale or the medium enterprises as well, exporters as well. So this comes under the interest, while giving the credit at a very minimal price or a very less price. So till here it is clear.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Next comes as a transport and marketing assistant. What does this mean? Transport and marketing, like, to reduce the transportation cost for the agriculture exports. For example, the international foreign market, or it might be the agriculture product. So here, the competitive, like, with the Indian agriculture goods in the global market, where, the Indian agriculture goods or the Indian agriculture products, our product should be best comparatively to other. For example, India is providing tea to China, okay, and even Brazil is providing tea to China. So we have to be much competitive by in the quality of that particular product. The Indian exporter should export their product in competitive with that Brazil product. Even they are exporting tea to India, even India tea to China, even India is exporting tea to China. Our product should be in a good quality. Our product should be in a price competitive comparative to that Brazil company, that country. And we have to provide our goods in such a way that it will have a good competition with the other country, to that exported country. Till here it is a marketing, this comes under the transport and marketing assistance. Okay, while marketing we should be very good. What type of the coffee or what type of product we are exporting, we have to be much much awareness in that competition, like other countries also might come into existing with that same product with more efficiency. So we have to work on our product while providing our while exporting our particular product to that country. Till here it is clear, guys, what is the transport and marketing.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay, next comes as the remission of duties and taxes on exported products. So what does this mean? The refund which is embedded, or the taxes and the duties in the export value chain. For example, I am have till my product reached to the port, or from port, Indian port, it has been safe, and after it reached to Dubai, for example, I'm exporting one of my garment item to Dubai city, Dubai country. There, once it reached to their ports, some fire catches to that particular item or that particular box. Here, the refund is being provided by the insurance, or by certain formalities once when we enter. So here, in this duties, here, in this taxes, or in this particular remission, here, the refund will be provided for that particular commodity or that particular item. So it might be it might be or it might not be. So here, in this scheme, some of the a particular amount, or some particular duties while exporting that particular item, they have been refunded. So this is still here, guys. Any doubt?
No, ma'am. I wanted to ask you the question apart from this
Mhm.
session. So,
Okay.
after done this internship, I wanted to make my career in import export executive. Okay,
Mhm.
so can you please tell me how can I apply for that and what is the procedure of that?
I think for you need to connect with your manager. If I want in the next class, I may talk with the management and I'll get back to you. What you want after the certification, you want to make your career in import and export?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. As what? What you
In
what you dream of?
I want see first of all I wanted to do as an import export executive. Then I want to become an import export manager.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So I'll get back. You wanted exactly how to, get into this particular this one, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
In this particular stream and all. So you are wanting that. I'll get back to you tomorrow. That is in the next session.
Okay, yes.
Till
Okay,
here,
ma'am.
Ma'am,
guys. Hmm?
can you explain the ECGC in next lecture? Like, it's like a export credit guaranteed
Uh-huh.
corporation. It's like an insurance company.
Yeah, insurance company only. Some product are like, they have to enter into that because it may accidentally, they may petrol also. If we, in petrol bunks also, whenever we are nearer to that, that machine, we are not allowed to, talk or, use the cell phones. There are chances, to blast. We can't, smoke there. So these type of, precautions are to be taken. And the petrol pump hubs also will be having the insurance. And some of the electronic vehicles also nowadays, they came up with insurance, right? So they might be in future also to, avoid these type of accidents. They come up with this, the scheme.
Okay, got it, ma'am.
Ma'am,
Hmm.
are you from Tamil Nadu or Karnataka?
I'm from Karnataka. You're
Yeah,
from?
I am from Maharashtra, ma'am.
Okay, yeah.
You know what? Like you told me in between the session, like I am from Tamil Nadu, so that's why I'm
No, no,
asking
no,
to you.
I'm just giving you all examples, like, so that it will be easy for you all to understand the schemes, right? The schemes one, it is quite difficult, so I just give some of my own examples and imaginary examples where it will be easy for you all to imagine and understand it.
Yes, ma'am. And one more question I want to ask you. Like somewhere I read about the import export. Like if someone wants to start up our own business as an import export, so
Hmm.
he wants like a huge money for to invest in this particular business. So what do you think that like it is totally true or
First you have, if you want to export one commodity, for example, your interest is to export in Maharashtra, we get good as masalas like vada pav masalas, whatever it is.
Yeah.
So the pav, whatever you want to export, the bun and all, your quality, for example, telling you, the bun is much more demanded in bread, what you call in foreign countries. You want to export your commodity, you have to have good knowledge of market study. First you have to study the market. There are some agents also, they will help you out. There are certain agencies, they will help you, to export your item. And also you have to check with the competition as well. You are a new, or you are a fresher to start to export that particular product. You have to have that knowledge, like, if before you, prior to you, if there are somebody who are existing in that market, and what is the price, whether you are making profit for that, and how you are applicable or eligible for that. So these type things will come into existing, and then you can export your product. Initially it might be tough for you, but once when you come up with it, I think that would work smooth.
Ma'am, after this internship, can we get a job in our?
In our institute,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
like what?
It's like a fresher job because we don't have any experience, no? Like that's why we are doing this internship.
Okay, when the openings will be there, you may contact to the HR. They will surely help you out according to your experience. Sorry, you don't have experience, right? According to
Yeah.
your, what degree. So in this way, they will, if there are any openings here with internship and all, you can come across.
Okay. We have a like office in Mumbai. in our institute?
You have to ask the HR if there are some jobs available, or you can also reach out to their website. If there you can find, then you can apply from there.
Okay, ma'am.
You
Thank
can
you.
also look out to their LinkedIn page, follow there. If they are having an Instagram page, follow there. If there are any needs, they will definitely, you can reach out to them, or they will give you a call. So in this way
Uh,
you must be connected with the HR for
okay.
the placement and all.
After after this internship, we can get that certificate, right?
Yeah, certificate, they have been said like internship certificate after getting the internship course, study material and all, everything when you are understandable, there will be an assessment and all. After that, the certificate you all will get.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, thank you so much, ma'am. You
Yeah.
solve all my doubts and you're teaching such an amazing way and
Yes.
enjoyable things. Okay, so thank you so much for that.
Yeah, thank you so much for your appreciation and for being active also. Yeah, guys, we
Okay,
shall wind up.
yes,
Yep.
ma'am.
Yeah.
When the
uh,
next lecture is Tuesday,
Next it
Thursday, I
is,
think.
no, not Thursday, Friday it might be.
Friday. Okay.
The updates will come in the group
Okay, ma'am.
for the next class. Okay, guys, have a
Okay,
good
bye.
evening. Bye. Take care.